Hello, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. Let's do December 2023 wrap up before we get halfway through January 2024. So Moon Diary 2023 from the Flickering Cauldron, my absolute favourite, has come to an end for this year. So it's been, I think there's been a slow decline in how much time I've been able to give to doing tarot this year, and my personal practice, which has been a bit weird to embrace and frustrating at the same time. But you have to give yourself permission if things go wrong. So I think you can see very clearly there's been a pattern that's continued with missed days, but actually for December, I then missed the entire week of, what people would call Christmas week. So the 25th through to the 31st, completely haven't done anything. I mean, I might have pulled cards in haste, but not been able to sit and give time to practice and journal. So you can see there quite clearly has been time poor. Busy life, time poor. And I think I did say in my last video that I have also been incorporating more exercise into my morning routine. And that is probably one of the reasons why the time poor is coming in, because it's very hard to have all the time in the world to do both things. Because before I used to do the journaling, now I'm trying out the exercises to get a bit stronger, fitter and healthier for 2024. So for the month we have Sagittarius. Our dragon was called Elena. Gemstones we have for the star sign, turquoise, tanzanite or zircon. And for the mystical, we have onyx. The planetary stone is yellow topaz, and the talisman stone is beryl for Sagittarius. Now, I'm just trying to think. Sagittarius, turquoise. I always associate it with turquoise under the star sign. I've never really heard of tanzanite for Sagittarius, but zircon, like a blue zircon, or the turquoise, definitely. Or what was the other one? Blue topaz. But I guess you can get a nice blue zircon as well. Anyway, that's just me digressing. December is the healing dragon with the turquoise. Very interesting, because I would say, in my hermiting mode, then perhaps healing is what's going on internally as well for me. So we've got that one. Just carried on with my pulls. We have some beautiful pages in the month of December. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring it up a little bit. I'm trying to avoid the winter sunlight coming through the window as well. And I've lost my recording desk, so we are just on this tiny piece of wood. Your wishing powder. So it's a beautiful little recipe there to make some wishing powder. I've continued with my moon phases here, writing down the moon phases from the Stacey DeMarco Moon Oracle keywords. And here we have our new moon. It tells you a little bit about what's good to do under that moon. As you can see, carried on through. There we go. Look, 15-minute exercises. Nothing done on that one. Sunday, nothing done there. I mean, I haven't been tracking. I don't track my actual exercises. Sometimes I write it in to make myself feel better about the blank space. Here we have some lovely pages with information about the winter solstice and Yule. I'm just seeing if there's anything up there that's funny good. So the priestly types of ancient settlements, the Druids, would have led the religious rituals to commemorate the winter solstice, which was known as Alban Arthuan. It must have taken centuries of studying the night skies and measuring time by observing lunar cycles, with our ancients discovering that the winter solstice was a turning point. And then there's some more information in there. And of course, as I've said before, these are based in the Northern Hemisphere, and I think most of this is actually UK based. So that's what I really like about this. Something finally UK based for the last couple of years. We have a lovely stollen wreath recipe here for the bakers out there. And then for the cold moon in Cancer, we have another lovely moon recipe here for making, what are we making? Cold incense. So we've got patchouli, rose petals, cinnamon, frankincense, ginger, myrrh, nutmeg and sage. Oh, I bet that smells amazing. I didn't make that one. What wouldn't I have had? Myrrh. Oh, I might have some, I might have resin, frankincense and myrrh resin. Patchouli, I definitely don't have any dry patchouli. I probably could have made that one. Oh well, one for the recipe book. And then there we go. So we have a lovely little poem for Believe at the back, and our usual pages to end up the month for any information that everyone's been needing to gather. So the artist for this month with all our dragons is Heidi Buck. So we have information there about her. If anyone's been wanting any more information with the dragons. And then, of course, the other publications, as you all know, the Wall Calendar, the Witch's Journal, which I have, the Companion, which I have, and the Book of Connections, which I have. Do I have a thing for the Flickering Cauldrons Productions? Absolutely. And then we have the quick glance at 2024. So we have a new moon on the 11th coming, by the looks of it. And the 25th is the full moon. I think that's the right way around. So there we go. And as always, I do like to just point out for them, so they do have disclaimers in their books. It's just remiss to not clarify that owing to the nature of information featured in it, for the most part, is subject to conjecture. So, of course, that whole, we all say it now, don't we? Take what resonates, leave the rest. And it will be, of course, even in the UK, as small as we are, dependent on area of the UK, because everyone will have their own versions of things, like wassail or like New Year's kind of door knocking traditions and things. So it changes around the United Kingdom, which is always really interesting. And there we go. So that is the end of my Moon Diary 2023. And for those who are wondering where the tabs came from, they're just from Amazon. I bought a pack of like 10, so I've got 10 years worth, I think, or January to February tabs that I just stick in myself, so I know where I'm going. So let's get into my A5. So this is my Kinbor. It's done my entire year. I've still got all of those pages, so I've got plenty of room in this one still. I think that's because my practice started to fall out a little bit because of life getting so hectic and busy in the last few months, and as I've, I'm having to take on more on call with my job. Again, that impacts what I get to do in my free time, because most of it I'm recovering because I'm tired. So my word for December is moderation. I probably have exercised that in ways that I wasn't aware of. And my card for the month was, tarot card was patience or temperance. So moderation in all things is required right now. All your needs have been met. Give thanks for what you have. 18 was my magic stream for my oracle card. Everything is connected through the flow of universal consciousness. Be present in what you are doing. And one of the words that came out from my Earthly Souls and something Oracle with the Witches by Terry Floss, can't remember the full name, was abundance. Count your blessings. Your beautiful life is very full, and you have all you need. What can you share with others to give back? 'Tis the season. Now, I feeling kind of more lack than excess. That's a good thing to have had as a mindful words of advice going into December, to be fair, because when when we hit those little moments of lows, it's nice to have that there, like the reminder that actually you do have everything you need. Life is not as bad as you maybe think it might be, so let's not panic too much. And then for my decks, daily decks, Serpent and Peacock, my Oracle, Mood of the Moon, weekly Tarot nuages, and the weekly Oracle ended up being the Enchanted Unicorn Oracle, and that was it. There was no other, because there wasn't a lot else going on, because I was lucky if I made this, as you're going to see. So from the perspective of what's going on in my journal, let's have a look. Right, I've literally got to try and beat that sunshine. So week ahead, stickers, so we've just got washi tape, some of my collagey bits of paper and stickers stuck in. I think that was one whole piece cut into two. Quite liking the colour of the mushrooms. It brought Christmas in. Plus I did, if you go back and see my final video for the Wise Witch house, which is more about my practice and crafting than doing tarot journaling to finish up the last few prompts. mushrooms feature quite heavily in the end in the crafting section. So we went with embrace, accept and let go, oracle suggests, and the reflections for the week gone by. So there you go, look, fluffing well, busy and chaotic. Also made a Christmas wreath because I had a weekend of hosting here, so we made Christmas wreaths. There's my Decans, still not done. The next week of December, so I've changed the words and added a bit. So I'm embracing this energy of the Four of Swords, accepting these realities to embrace the above energy. So accepting the Seven of Cups, the Hermit and the Hanged Man, to embrace the energy of the Four of Swords. So you can see what I'm doing now. I'm kind of just matching them in and linking them together. And then we had let go of these beliefs to move forward this week with your tasks. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we had that. And again, some stickers from... So these are packs and things I bought. You buy them. I think I bought them on Temu or somewhere. And some are from Amazon. And I've just got so many now that I don't need to buy anything else. I'm just using up what's in my cupboards. So I think it might have been the very start of the year or end of last year that I bought these, and I haven't had to do anything since with them or buy anything else. And same with the washi tape. I've not bought any washi tape, which is really, really good for me. And the reflections of the week, I never got there. Oh, and I put my keyword there, moderation. I just put in question marks. What does this even mean? When it came to what was going on for that week. There's my new moon spread. Ready and waiting. Sagittarius was my complementary sign. I had all big intentions for this and didn't get there. And then my week ahead for the 18th to the 22nd of December. So back to just keywords: embrace challenges and focus. Nice simple spread. This went down really quickly, really easily. And then my good luck card that came out as my oracle. And I never came back for reflections. And that is basically it. That's where I ended. That's how my December ended. So I didn't get to anything else. Didn't get to my full moon. I didn't get to do a nice Christmas spread, which I like to do, because last year I had lots going on. If people remember, in my last journal, there was lots going on at the end. And I really liked closing out the month doing that. But again, there we are. Now I've got all of these pages in the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this going as my Decan walk journal. So, well, I say I'm going to keep it going as my Decan walk. I need to restart it as my Decan walk. But because, as you know, I've got so many pages now that I haven't kept up with. I think from Libra. Is it just Libra that I fell behind on? Yeah, so from Libra to, I don't even know where we are now. That's how far behind I am. I've so fallen off the wagon. I have the space here. I don't think it matters what year I pick this back up in. So whether I just wait for it to come round or just pick it up in a month at some point this year and go through and fill it all in and put the extras in at the back there. That might just be what I do. So of course, what that means is my digital journal hasn't been updated because this one looks like this. So I haven't got any further with that. So we're there. What am I doing moving forwards? 2024 journal is here. That sunshine is going to kill me in a minute, isn't it? So I have got my tabs. So I don't pay attention to what these say, the ones that are up the tops or down the sides at the bottom here. I'm really not bothered. So this is just so I can get to the moons, so I can see what they're called when they are and at a glance. We have the, as they always do, the moons going through. So I've put some tabs on here just so I can find like the new moon, the waxing crescents, the first quarters, the waxing gibbous, waning gibbous, and then we've got our waning crescents, because I thought if I'm missing the fulls and news, it might be that I'm paying attention to the quarters or the aspects of the cycle. So I just thought I'd have those there ready so I can find them. We have the information here about lunar eclipse, the micros and the supers. The next one I've marked up here is to get to the planetary associations. For quick reference, so I could just get to them. We have the zodiacal or zodiac, depending on how you pronounce it. And if you want to come back into this, so here it's talking about, so Gemini, because it's my moon, magical attributes, enhancing communication, acquiring knowledge, promoting creativity, spell work, spells involving communication, skills, learning and artistic inspiration. So it's got some, again, very different information to the previous diary. I hope you can see that and it's not being bleached out. Here's the other problem with my workspace. I can only film within certain hours of the day, and this isn't meant to be it. And then I've started, today is the 11th, so there you go. That's where we are for January. And my tabs are on the sides. I tab out for the page that I'm on. I also tab out the back pages. So if I wanted to put my wish list decks or keep a note of anything in specifics here, and then the new moons and full moons is always the page in front. And this is all about fairies. So there's some lovely activities in here about fairies, which is why I'm quite excited to read through this one. I haven't sat down and read all the bits of paper. It's got like folklore, moon magic, meditations, visualizations, how to, what you might do that might disrespect a fairy. So you can be mindful of that. We have like offerings, nature walks, creating altars. So lots of stuff. Now, you don't have to do this to work with fairies, of course, but there are recipes and things in here, which I thought was beautiful. And I'm probably not going to find you one now. But on the flip through of this diary, I think there might be some in there, like how to make an energy wish. So just fun things. And if you have younger people in your household, there might be things that you like to do with those. Some in bulk recipes. Here we have cinnamon whole wheat pancakes with blackberry brown butter syrup. That sounds delightful. I wonder if the Mad Witch can make blackberry brown butter syrup. That sounds nice. So I'm into that one. That is the Flickering Cauldron on Etsy, and they do ship around. As I say, they're Northern Hemisphere, mostly based for the UK, but they they have the time zones. They've moved them to the back, so you can work out your time zone specifics here if you need them. So this is this one, and a little love note on the back there from Letty and Chris, the creators. So I have that, and for my main journal, I showed this last year. So I wasn't sure if I was going to use it for last year's diary, and I didn't. This year I have, so I've just started in it. There you go, January. And this is a diary without giving away too much of what's going on already. This diary repeats itself. So I'm currently on brown pages like this, and they are pre-decorated. Here's my key, because I've just figured I've run out of so much time. Pick up the diary, a beautifully printed page, and just write my stuff. So far in January, this has been super messy because the pages are already done. So if I have only literally got 5 minutes to do my entire weekly spread, it's scrawled across my page and that's it, and I'm not worrying about it. And these pages do repeat. I think there's like 7 or 8 repeats of the pages in here. What I have found now working in it is, because it starts in the brown, I don't actually like writing on the brown. It makes me feel scruffy and messy and I can't see what's going on. But I'm in it now, so I've got a year to go through, because, especially when I get to pages like this. So I haven't worked out how I write over this, or do I have to then gesso over this to blank this out so I can write across it? Or is there a black pen that will specifically write across so I can still read my writing? Because that's the other issue here with these. So there's beautiful pages in here. So you can see, I've already showed you these pages. I've shown you these. So it's just really nice. Like again, how do I write across this? It might be that it lands as a page that I don't need to write on. But I just think from a can't be bothered aspect, I want lovely pages. This might be the one for you. So I don't know what these are called. I can't remember. There you go. So I wrote Tarot Journal on there. Production of sound. It was a pack of 2, so I've got 2 of these. And I've thrown away the card. I know I kept the card for a while so I could find it to tell you what it is, but I do apologise. But if you type into Amazon scrap journals, this one I think probably comes up, A5. So there's my journal. Weeklies. So the sun's in. Is that too bad? 1 second. Hoping that's a bit better. Sorry, it's chasing me around the room. So we had the Enchanted Unicorn by Priestess Moon. Love this deck. And I went with Tarot Nuages by Nideman. Again, love this deck. So my 3 cards from here and one of these as my oracle. How would you like me to do this? We're just going to catch the sunshine. Just do 2 together, just so you get an idea really of what it looks like. Perhaps 3 together. Can we get 3 in? Just, there we go. Okay. So. These are just great cards. So we've got 4 of coins, 8 of swords, page of coins. So that would be probably my embrace, release, let go. And then advice, fireworks, put yourself out there. So I think that's a good one. So obviously if we're embracing and releasing, like by putting yourself out there, by releasing the fear of the 8 of swords and embracing that 4 of coins mentality and letting go of, I mean, I know release and let go are the same thing to many of you, but it depends how you're viewing it. So if I'm letting go, I might be letting go as in, this has come from the previous week, I'm going to let go of that. Release might be just the anxiety about embracing this. Does that make sense? Embrace this, release this anxiety over this, and just let go of the journey perhaps that you've come from. So with our page of swords, we have the lovers, 4 of wands, finishing up with our psychedelic wisdom from the fairy folk. I think I actually had this one come out in my readings. I thought it was a really cool way because it's got the mushrooms in it, and I was working with the mushrooms as in painting, creating them out of clementines. And I just thought it was really cool heading into the new year as well, with the fairies coming up, and the mushrooms reminded me of fairy rings. Knight of coins with our 3 of coins tower, and ignite with opportunities flowing in. So those were my weeklies, and as I say, I only did 3 weeks worth, so it wasn't huge and exciting. Let's just pop those away. So that's that one. These ones both came for me from Amazon. These are not copy decks, these are real decks, so just buyers beware when it comes to buying from Amazon. I'm sort of fairly savvy. I know what I'm looking for. As soon as I see a QR code, I'm out the window and gone. But I normally look to see where it's been published, who it's by, and I normally buy from the actual producers. So this is US Games. This one comes from Rockpool Publishing, or you can follow Priestess Moon herself and buy from her. That's those. And then my dailies was the Serpent and Peacock in a tin, because I've just been absolutely adoring this deck. And my oracle, kept in the pouch for the duration that I was using it, is the Mood of the Moon oracle. So we'll just have a quick look at some of these together. So we have Death with Taking the Initiative. So I have just simply been shuffling this, and whatever way up the court card came out or fell is the word on the top that I've been taking. I haven't been working with it with the aspects yet. So like Ace of Wands, it just flows. So it may be that we come across some upside down cards in this as we go. With our strength, love, faith and trust. And I found like the images work beautifully together. So sorry, should I bring it down a bit better? There we go. I found the images do work beautifully together. Now, yeah, these are a little bit dark and they don't come up on screen so well, but they're okay for me. Oh, see the sun's coming again. Oh, I shouldn't complain. It's freezing cold out there, but when I'm trying to film. Ace of Pentacles with being compassionate. Queen of Pentacles, stressed out. Yes, I can see how they would go. There we go. So no, we haven't. It's not upside down. And I put them back into the deck there. Yeah, here we go. So here's one that's splits. We have the Moon with pampered would be my keyword on this one. Although here we do have shared feelings, but pampered is the one that I would have used on this day when that one came out that way up. And it's just gone back in the deck. So however they turned in the deck, I haven't fixed them. I've just carried on with them as they sit. So just trying to find, because I know I've had people asking how you use this deck. Well, this is how I'm using it. So I'm not using it the way that, well, there is no right or wrong way to use this, is what I should say. The creator said there is no right or wrong way to use this. So as you can see, the card is rotated. So this one I was using emotions boil over. But when I'm shuffling, they pop out and they turn as I'm shuffling. So I'm not being really rigid in how I do it, but so I'm just using it as a card a day, and however it falls and lands for me. But there are other ways of using this deck, and I haven't got to. There we go, something's fallen that way around. So we've got red up the top, we've got magnetic. So there are other ways to use it. There is no right or wrong. Explore and create and play with it, because there are plenty of keywords on this. And then of course you have the matching it to the sun and the element that then would be matched to the position of the sun for the day, and that's the other way of doing it. So I'm just doing it the way that feels right to me. So I've talked about these combos in quite a few videos now, so I've been having fun with them, and that was my December wrap up. There really wasn't a lot else going on. Life has been very hectic. I've been quiet, I've been missing, but that's how it is. Life is life. And I didn't really get much in for new things other than the Joker Tarot arrived, which had been a Kickstarter order. So that one arrived. I've done a walkthrough of that one. So if you want to see that, you can pop across to see that. It's on my channel. And then anything else new in that's worth mentioning? I did get a few lovely Christmas gifts, so I will mention those just to say thank you to the people that sent them. So I had this lovely in a box magic broomstick. Good luck charm. So this one's really cute. Nothing more to say about that one at the moment. Sorry, a bit of wind. And then I got this cauldron salt and pepper pot. Now, if you've got any ideas how to use these, please pop some suggestions down below, because I use cracked salt and pepper, so I need a grinder. I don't use fine salt and pepper, or table salt as people might call it. So you pop something in there, and then you've got your so I'm guessing this one's your salt shaker. So it's got one hole on top and there's 3 holes on the other one, but they're just really, really cute. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them, so I was thinking perhaps I put, I don't know, genuinely don't know, do I put protection salt in there, rock salt in there? Do I use this to sprinkle around? I mean, it's not something I do, that's not part of my practice that I would do, so I'm sort of stuck with how to use them. I couldn't think of anything. So if anyone's got any suggestions, let me know, because they are super cute. I mean, they're going to look great on the table at Halloween, but I just haven't found a way of using them. So I've got those. I did get gifted, quite rude, from my partner. Can you see that one? If the broom fits, ride it. I think he's double entendring me, and I'm not going there with you guys. So I have used silver pen to kind of make the wording pop, because it was a bit stuck. It's an outside plaque, hangs outside, and I have tied on this ribbon that came attached to something. And what I'm going to do is pop some beads and bells onto the end of this one. It's going in the garden, but I just thought it'd be nice to have some beads and bells, and maybe some more colours of this. Actually, I could probably like maypole it, give it that maypole effect. So maybe some pinks, yellows, blues and greens, perhaps, just with like different things hanging from it in the garden. So that's what I plan to do with this one. And it's got that, witch that's deeply engraved. I don't even know what you call this, soapstone. I think it's just cast, actually, probably porcelain or something. And from one very lovely friend, who's a very gifted medium, she gave me this beautiful gift. And it is this one. It's a leathered bound journal. It has the chakras for the tree of life there. And it's very much like the one that I had last year that I was using for my ancestors journal, and the sun's coming now, so it's thick paper, lots of pages. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think this might just be my doodle book. I might turn this into my doodle book to lift my spirits, basically. So Patrick Flents has been releasing lots of doodles, so I might just, as you know, I love using his doodles as inspiration for my penship, because I don't draw very often, and for some reason I can follow his lines. So I might just use this as my personal doodle book for, the cards that I've got in my collection, and using them to draw, with the Black Enchantment Oracle being one of my favourites. So that's what I might use this one for. There we go. That's it from me. I hope you all had a lovely end of 2023. and are all embracing what's coming for 2024. Until I see you in the next one, take care. Bye bye.